Thinking about moving to Woodstock, but you don't want a big suburban house payment or a giant yard to maintain? In this video, I'm going to take you through Britley Park in Woodstock, Georgia. I'll show you exactly what it feels like to live here, what the homes look like, what they usually cost, and who this neighborhood is a great fit for, and who probably won't love it. I also just sold a home right here in Britley Park in a total of 4 days on the market at a time when several other homes in the neighborhood were just sitting. I'll show you exactly what we did, including the 3D tour and open house strategy that got my sellers the result that they were hoping for so they could move into their next home. Let's start with where Britley Park sits, and then we'll drive through the neighborhood. Before we turn into Britley Park, I want to show you what's around it. Britley Park sits just off Eagle Drive in Woodstock in the 30189 area. Right next door you've got Walmart, so if you ever need groceries or basic supplies, you could literally walk over if you wanted to. You're not going to feel stranded if you run out of something. If you go just a little down Eagle Drive, you've got an Aldi grocery store, Dunkin', and LA Fitness, all within about 5 minutes of the neighborhood. Just past that, still only about 5 minutes from Britley Park, are the local schools this area feeds into: E.T. Booth Middle School and Etowah High School. Your elementary school, Boston Elementary, is about 3 miles north of the neighborhood, roughly an 8-minute drive. Across the street from the neighborhood you have JD's Barbecue and Patriot Park, and also Hobgood Park are just down the road. So you've got parks, ball fields, and places to get outside nearby. From Britley Park, it's only a little over 2 miles to Highway 92 and about 8 minutes, around 4 miles to get to Lake Altoona. For this combination of price and convenience, it's hard to beat if you're looking for a first home or downsizing. Okay, so now we're turning into Britley Park. Most of what you'll see in the neighborhood are smaller, single-story and patio-style homes built in the mid-1990s. Typical floor plans are 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, roughly 850 to about 1,300 square feet. You get a house, a driveway, and some yard, but not the kind of yard that eats your whole weekend with maintenance. Like many neighborhoods nowadays, there are not individual mailboxes at each residence. There's one central location where everyone's mail is at, which you'll see coming up on the left. There is a HOA here, and they do cover your front yard maintenance. They also cover all of your common area maintenance, the playground, which you'll see coming up here on the left, and common area insurance. The vibe here is relaxed. You'll see first-time buyers, people who are downsizing, and some investors. It's the kind of place where you're close to shopping, gyms, parks, schools, but you feel like you're in a neighborhood and not on a main road. As of early 2026, most recent sales in Britley Park have been landing in the high 200s to low 300s for a move-in ready 2-bed, 2-bath home. Exact pricing is going to depend on size, condition, and updates. We are almost through our drive through the neighborhood, and what we'll be doing next is I'll take you on the 3D virtual tour for the home that I recently sold in this neighborhood. Who is Britley Park really for? If you're a first-time buyer who wants to be in Woodstock, and you like the idea of having Walmart, Aldi, restaurants and gyms and parks just a few minutes away, this can be a really good fit. If you're downsizing, and you like the idea of a smaller home that's easy to maintain and still very convenient to everything, this checks a lot of boxes. If you're an investor who wants a simple floor plan and a strong location, this is a neighborhood that you'll at least want to consider. I want to show you a real example from right here in Britley Park. This home is a 2-bed, 2.5 bath that I recently sold for my clients. For them, Britley Park was their starter home. They loved living here, but it was time to upsize into a larger place. When we listed this property, there were already several other homes for sale in the neighborhood that had been sitting on the market. My sellers had a specific timing window because they were also buying their next home, and they really needed a smooth transaction. Here's what we did. We started with a strategy session, which is something I stress the importance of with all of my buyer and seller clients. You got to start with a solid plan to get the results you want. We positioned the home correctly based on what was actually selling nearby, not just what other listings were asking. I had a plan to continuously reevaluate this because the market can change quickly. We created a listing launch strategy that left no stone unturned, part of which included a full 3D tour so my buyers could virtually walk through the home before ever stepping inside. We're about to walk that virtual tour. Everything in my strategy was designed to get as many serious buyers through as possible in those first few days. We went under contract quickly, but the first contract fell through. It was because of the buyer's personal reasons. It happens. And I was already anticipating what to do if it happened. Because we already had a backup plan and more interest lined up, we were able to get it back under contract the very next day. Total time on market, 4 days, at a time when other homes in Britley Park were just sitting. That timing allowed my sellers to sell the home and move smoothly into their new, larger home, which also helped them buy and coordinated a smooth transaction. And here's the review they left after closing, so you can hear it directly from them. This is the level of strategy and execution I aim for with every seller I work with. My goal is to deliver the best results every time, and I love it. If you're watching this thinking, Britley Park looks close, but I'm not totally sure if it's the right fit, or if you're a current owner trying to figure out your next move, that's exactly what my free home match check is for. In about 15 minutes, I'll ask you a few questions about your budget, commute, and must-haves. I'll show you what that really buys you right now in Woodstock, Canton, Cherokee, surrounding areas. I'll give you 2 or 3 specific neighborhoods or areas to focus on so you're not wasting weekends driving around and looking at the wrong places. To grab that, just click the first link in the description, or you can call me at 678-365-3609. Let's do a quick recap on Britley Park in Woodstock, Georgia. Lifestyle is low maintenance, small home living with Walmart, groceries, gyms, parks, and schools all within a few minutes. The neighborhood has about 180 homes, mostly 2-bed, 2-bath, with some 3-bed, 2.5 baths. The homes are roughly 788 to 1,300 square feet, mostly 1-car garages with a few 2-car garages mixed in. The price point is generally high 200s to low 300s right now, depending on condition and size. HOA is less than $200 per quarter. The front yard is taken care of for you, and common areas and a playground are available, but there is no pool. This neighborhood is best for first-time buyers, downsizers, and anyone who wants a house without a lot of upkeep, but with really easy access to day-to-day conveniences. Some potential drawbacks are smaller lots, less privacy, no big amenity package like a large swim, tennis, or golf community, and no short-term rentals are allowed if you were hoping for an Airbnb situation. If you're planning to buy or sell in Woodstock, Canton, Cherokee County, or the surrounding areas in the next 3 to 12 months, and you want help figuring out which neighborhood is actually going to fit your budget and lifestyle, grab your free home match check. Just click the first link in the description and fill out a short form. We'll dial in on the right areas for you, and if you decide that you want help buying or selling after that, the next step is a strategy session where we go over everything and decide if we're a good fit to work together. Alright, thank you for riding along with me through Britley Park. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next neighborhood tour.